We're about ready to go out on a yard. Of course, it's just the push mowers right now, but it'll be like 2 yards actually. I'm gonna do half and my partner will do the other half. And so here was our setup, you know, with the big trailer and the pretty little Cub Cadet. Now today, but I'm not worried about it. Eventually it'll be like the Jeffersons. We're moving on up. Someone told me the other day though that I should quit, which just made me want to, I don't know, pound the pavement even harder, mow harder. See y'all. It's Wednesday, May 13th, and yeah, I just got off work at 4. It's supposed to rain the next 3 or 4 days, so we're just gonna go ahead and push mow our next 2 yards since the Cub Cadet's busted up, or not busted up, but not working. So yeah, we're just gonna use our little push mowers. And we're going to do all inside this fence. And then, you know, this outside, we're going to go ahead and try to at least knock some of it down. And then we got another yard after this. So we're going to do all inside that fence over here, all in the back. I think this is the same yard. This is my brother's yard. The one that I was trying to get the rider out of the back of the truck. And it was easier with a rider for sure, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Someone told me to quit the other day because I said I had a busted belt, and like, you should just quit lawn mowing. And all that made me want to do is just fire up a weed eater and get out in a yard. So anyways, I'll see y'all later and try to get this done before it starts to rain and before it gets dark so I can show you the finished product. Half hour, but I got this side done. He's weed eating over there, and I was just taking that red beast of a push mower, and I did this side. Now I just got it. Well, we let it go so long because the rider broke, and well, from that busted belt, we let it go so long, so I'm gonna have to rake up some of this grass. But I tried to do what Geek to Freak said, and I tried to make a strip down the middle and blow it all toward the middle. So I'm going to rake it up. Then I'm going to take the lawn boy, go over it in some spots another time. But this part is still needing mowed. And it's thick up in here. That's why I got to go over it and rake it up a little. And it's my brother's, and so we let him go for the last because we knew he'd understand more than the others. We got a little backed up ever since that belt busted. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. So, we finally got the whole thing mowed on the inside of the fence line. This outside is all the way past my waist. So, I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Finally got the entire inside of the fence line mowed. Now we're just going to go over it with the lawn boy, or he's going to try to bag it, but we're going to probably have to rake a lot of it first. And I don't even know about this outside because it's up to past your waist up here. And that is a lot of land. I think the problem was we got a bunch of accounts when we had a rider before we realized the belt was going to blow all the time. So we got all these big, massive yards. And it is a rural area, a lot of country. So a lot of the calls that we got were for big, massive yards. But at the time we did have a rider. I keep saying the belt's busted, but no, the carburetor's out on the Cub Cadet, and then on the Bullens, we just keep getting busted belts. So, I mean, this would have been alright if we would have just got a lot of smaller yards, which now I'm wishing I had done. But anyways, it's all good. Anyways, instead of putting $250 into a carburetor, I'm thinking about just getting the self-propelled push mower, because at least that way I know that, I mean, I'm going to be pushing anyway if something goes out. So I might get that one that Geek to Freak gets at, I think he gets it at Lowe's or Home Depot, but it looks like a bad little mower. So I'm going to save up my money, and hopefully within this month, after tips and paychecks, I can get that self-propelled. So even on these massive yards, at least it'll propel itself up these hills. Because over here, over yonder, this hill is like hard to push up. So if I could just get and I like the look of a push mower. I like the lines and how close to the ground it cuts. And I like how they never break down. But this hill it doesn't look like much, but when I was pushing up it with a mower, it was pretty tough. The grass is raked into piles everywhere. He's trying to take that lawn boy around and bag up the excess grass. I mean, even with a push mower, if we can just maintain them and never let them get this high, and it shouldn't be too hard to maintain as long as we just run over it at least 7 to 10 days. But, well, we kind of let this one go because it was my brother's, and we were saying we'd do it for free because he's been storing like that RV, that Airstream up there for us. And so we kind of let this one go, thinking we would just bring the Cub Cadet out here and knock it down. But that carb went out. So if I can just keep on this every 7 to 10 days, not have to bag it, rake it, and all this, it should stay nice and not too hard even with a push mower, and even better with a self-propelled, which instead of dumping $250 into a carb for the Cub Cadet, since that might not be the only problem, I'd rather just spend the $250 in a self-propelled and then worry about getting that Cub Cadet done. I don't know, maybe that's a bad decision, I don't know, but we've put a lot of money into it so far. We've already put $200 into it and it's still messing up, so. This side bagged up, we went over it. I took this red mower over everything, then I raked everything up, and then we went over it with the lawn boy with the bagger on. So as long as we can just maintain this, it should look prettier. I think this is the first cut of the season. Here's everything I raked up. Well, not everything. He told us just to throw it in this old chicken coop. There's actually a few more bags worth, and a trash bag we threw over here. Just scattered it around until we just decided to make a big pile. But yeah, well, we still got to do this down here. But this side's been bagged and rode over twice. It's not bad. I love how it looks after it's all said and done. That over here is still getting bagged. Now I think I'm going to take the weed eater out to this hay field, try to get some of that down, just so that next time we come out, it might be a little easier, and maybe we can push mower it if I get out earlier. But I was supposed to be out of work at 1:30, and we ran late till 4, so I'm just gonna come out here and weed eat all this. Not all of it, but just knock some of it down around the cars. We're done somehow. I just went ahead and drew a kind of line so you can see where the big field grass is, and I just weed eated all the way back to that propane tank, and along this fence line I just kind of did a line all the way down so that they can get to the shed over here. That way when people pull up and come through the gate to get inside, they don't have to battle the wheat field that was once here. Now I'm going to mow over it, and maybe next time I come out I'll tackle that part where the fence to the right, and then over here I'll tackle the rest of that. And if I come out every 7 days, even if I'm push mowing it, it wouldn't be so bad. So I guess I'll go and take that red mower, the Beast, over this All done. We got it bagged in here. Everything all down the hill. Yeah, I could quit, but what fun would that be? It's too much fun. So yeah, I weeded all that, and now he's just taking that red mower over it. That way they can get to their shed and get out of their cars without walking through a dang hay field. So we'll probably head out after that, and then this side over here that's still a big wheat field or whatever, I'll hit that next time I come out, and then just slowly get all this done. That way you could even push mow all that if it's maintained.